Blessed be my lovelies and welcome back to the channel. Today we are setting up March in my bullet journal. I'm currently laying out all of the colored Tombows for my palette as well as my sticker sheet and the singular sticker that I'll be using for this setup. I will have them linked, not really linked, I'll have them written in the description below, but we're getting into the theme. I, for some reason, decided stationery and tulips. Why not? So I sketched, the first part that came to me was the cover page, the actual cover page with the title on it, March. And I wanted to do a letter, simply inspired by, I say a letter, I wanted to do an envelope. Inspired by the little, let's call it an icebreaker, that a friend of mine did at her convention that she hosted, I think a week ago at this rate. She hosted an anime convention and I and the rest of our friend group helped her set it up, and we were also participating as guests. And a part of it, because it was a Valentine's Day themed anime convention, we all got a secret Valentine at the beginning of the event, and they came in little envelopes. They're just like regular, like what you would get your passport picture in, but I thought it was just so cute that it was just like a picture of a Valentine instead, and it was an anime Valentine. So you get anybody from a anime that is well known, or not really well known, but like more recent, I guess, or like it's like a classic that really shaped people growing up or something. And my Valentine was Android 18 from Dragon Ball. A girl next to us, in the table next to us, got Boa Hancock, and I was so jealous. And one of my friends at our table got Hinata, and I was seething. I was foaming at the mouth. But our girls are thriving. You could also get like I think somebody else at the table got Luffy, somebody else got Sanji. There's also, what's his name from Full Metal Alchemist, the captain, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Somebody got him, but everybody was getting everybody. But I have those because people left it behind, and I just took them with me as we were cleaning up to stick in my journal. But I digress. I have gone so off topic, but essentially that whole thing inspired the envelope situation on the cover page, and I just did it like it was closed and being ready to be delivered, with the March title across it as like a ceiling sticker. And then I have like a stamp, a pen that's really short, but I don't really care, it's a pen. I was originally going to replace it with one of the stickers in a sticker book that I have, a Happy Planner sticker book that I have, but then I couldn't remember exactly what the style of it was. So when I checked it out, I said, okay, I'm just going to draw this one in instead, because I don't have any other stickers on this cover page. It'd kind of be out of place anyways. I originally wanted to do like a proper like sticker sheet for this, but I don't have any ink to print with, so I couldn't. But I will still eventually get around to making the sticker sheet to print for future things, just in general. I just have to add it to my list. But I'm going in with these Tombows to create like a bouquet of tulips that's in one of those envelopes that's been tied together very loosely to the best of my ability. And I didn't want to add like a brown for like the craft paper or like any dark colors to take away from the softness of the tulips. So I just used 2 shades of gray to do like the shadows and the quote unquote lining, because I didn't line anything besides like things that are white, like the envelope here or like the edges of the stamp. I didn't really line things. So I really want to go for that soft, like floaty kind of vibe. And the stamp is actually like a luck of the draw situation, I would say, because I drew that stamp with completely before knowing what my color palette was going to be. So I had done the cover page, and then the day after I did the tulip bouquet on the other side, and I hadn't picked my color palette until I finished that sketch. So I didn't even think that that stamp needed green and yellow for the sun and the hills. I'm opting to not include a blue because I feel like 4 colors is more than enough. Technically 6 if you count the 2 grays, but that's fine. I also did a wax seal at the bottom with a moon because I have to include something celestial. It's me. And I did my best. If I had thought about this for longer than I did, I probably would have taken out my colored pencils and done the shading on this more extensively instead of just like roughing it with the yellow and the orange. But I think it still turned out pretty good. And also props to the pages of this journal for not like decaying basically or bleeding through, because I put down a lot of ink on that. I put down a lot of ink in general and it didn't bleed through. It didn't even shadow, which was like ghosting. It didn't even do that. And I was pretty impressed. Because it does, I believe it doesn't like watercolor, which is fair. It's not watercolor paper. And I'm pretty heavy-handed when it comes to watercoloring. I don't know why, but in my head it's like, oh, its main source of traveling, as in like coloring, is water. If I put down more water, it's gonna travel more. No, not really, not necessarily. You have to keep in mind, like, can the paper handle your water? If it can't, you're screwed. So relax. But I did this cover page. Oh my goodness, I'm actually kind of in love with this cover page. I feel like I'm gonna be in love with this theme for the rest of the month, I feel like. But I will forewarn, I did not do much decorations after the next pages. Like I haven't drawn any decorations for the weeklies yet because they're hand drawn, so they're gonna take me a lot of time. And I just did the base, like literal skeleton of my weekly, because I wanted the drawing of the elements to be sort of like a sort of daily thing. Like I'd fill in empty space with the drawing and it would pull the theme together. I didn't want to like just shove a drawing here and there and it either get in the way or get covered up mostly by text or something. I just wanted it to fit in where it needed to fit in, if that makes sense. I don't think I'm making any sense. But I'm also using the green washi tape from the washis that are also in the description. I'm not sure if they're linked or not, but I think they're just there. I know I have the full name of the listing there, so you could type that into Amazon where I got it from and you'd be able to find it hopefully. But I'm doing another vase of tulips, and I know that there is like a tulip pen out there in the ether of the internet, and I thought that would be really cute to put as like a part of the stationery part. So like combining the tulips and the stationery and having like a tulip pen in like his little flower pot stand in front of like a letter that somebody's written next to a vase of tulips, like real tulips, was pretty cute. Because I think I've always wanted one of those pens just for like collector's sake, because I'm pretty sure they're just regular plain ballpoints, but it's such a cute item to like be functional and decorative on your desk. Because if you just need like a quick ballpoint pen, you could just grab the flower on your desk and sign it and put it back, and it's still a decorative element on your desk. I always thought that concept was really cool. I've never had one, but I really do want one. But that's all. And as per usual, I'm not gonna pen in anything for my projects and tasks because I still have to go in and double check, like, do I have all of my big ones? Do I have all of my little ones? Do I have all of my events? Like, I still don't know what my events for March are. I know 2 off the top of my head, but I don't even know if I'm going to be able to go to those. And those are the only 2 that I know. So I'm really just gonna put in the moon phases and those 2 events in pencil, and then initiate with the last section that I usually have, which I think is challenges. So that's just about it. I also have my videos checklist pre-set up in my migrated section because I do have to migrate a couple videos. But we're on to my first weekly in March, and I'm trying to keep it, like I said, very simple because I might be drawing in some pretty elaborate scenes or like just like quite a bit of tulips just to fill space in. I also didn't date them. I just put the days in because I fully could not remember for the life of me as I was doing this what date March was starting on. I think it's also starting on the 2nd, like February is. I believe it is. I'm pretty sure it is because Sunday is the 1st. I'm pretty sure. Either way, I haven't done it at that time, but recording this voiceover hours later, I do feel like that's the truth. Such a weird sentence. Such a weird way to say that. And then we're going to my monthly grid, which is also going to be very similar. I'm just going to put February in on the side instead of at the top in the very small, in the space between the 31st and the 1st, because February is, oh shoot, that's supposed to be March. Oh my goodness, that's supposed to be March. Ah, I just realized that's supposed to be March. Uh-oh. I'll go in and fix it afterwards. The pictures that'll show up on Instagram will be fixed. And I felt so good doing this. I was like, there's a part of me that was like, something about this is wrong, but I'm having fun doing it. So is it actually wrong? Yes, babe, it's wrong. It's March, not February. I was like, February can't fit in that small space. There's a reason it's small. It's because it's for March. Oh boy, I will fix this after the fact. Holy hell, I'm so sorry you all have to witness this. But either way, while we're doing this, I want to bring up something. I want to get back into studio vlogs, but like I don't do much studio work on a daily basis. So I feel like they're not gonna be entertaining or whatever. It's like I'm not leaving the house. The closest cafe is literally 15 minutes away from me, but I'd have to take the bus to get it. So it's 15 minutes by car, by vehicle. And that's like wishful thinking with traffic and weather and all of that. I truly wish I lived in a neighborhood that was walkable, because I would love to go to a cafe and just hang out, just have a different environment from my studio. But I'm also just not like an outside girly, if that makes sense. Like anxiety does that to you, you know? But I do want to go, I want to start documenting just the journey of the shop itself, because I don't think anybody knows besides like if you actually read the description and how many of you actually do that, you know. But I moved my shop from Shopify to Coffee because I couldn't pay for my Shopify subscription. I really couldn't. I've been browsing Coffee looking for all sorts of stuff, mods, YouTuber assets, all of that, and it sort of just like came to me as like, why didn't you just go to Coffee in the first place? Because it's free, babe. We're doing the flip through for February, and those were the little Valentines that I was talking about. And then we're doing the flip through the pages of March. And while that's happening, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. But let me know down in the comments below how you feel about me bringing back some tentative studio vlogs, quote unquote studio vlogs, because I really do want to like show y'all what's happening behind the scenes quite a bit, like what's actually going on in my studio while I'm coming up with stickers and stuff and all the day-to-day hassles that I go through and such. But that is it for this video. Like I said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye 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 bye. Boom.